Care and wellbeing is one of our foundation cornerstones, and as a nurse it's one of my main focus areas as part of my role. The care and wellbeing starts at the very beginning of someone wishing to consider to come and live in a care home, to their day when they come to move into the care home, and how we make and ensure that that home is as friendly, supportive to that person and their whole family.
The initial assessment is key, really, for any potential resident to be able to settle into the home. It gives us an awful lot of information, which is why we involve not only the resident but the relatives as well. We try to get a very comprehensive life history so that we can understand, if you like, where that person is coming from and key points in their life, which then enables us to build a very accurate plan of care.
We wrap ourselves around the resident rather than expecting a resident to come in and fit in with the home. So we like to know specifics about that person, what their preferences are, what their needs are, what makes that person that person.
Pre-arrival of the resident, it's vitally important that when you've met their family or the resident themselves, that you found out a bit of background information on them. Their likes, their dislikes, simple things like their favourite colours, their favourite music, favourite flower. All these things are really important. So David, a great example of making sure things are ready and right for the arrival of a resident. David was a professional organist. He's found a serious interest in watching it on the TV. The day he moved in, before he got here, myself, another team member and his daughter set up his sound system in his room, and his first few days here went really smoothly for him.
My room that I'm now in was preset really with a newsstand, my lovely television. I can get any organ recital throughout the whole world from any cathedral, and I can save these recitals, I can play them back any time, and it's an enjoyment.
Over the first few weeks, we'll also be working very closely with both the resident and the relatives to build up a really good, in-depth, strong care plan. And that's really around getting to know all of their likes and dislikes. So sometimes it's something as simple as mum prefers 2 sugars, not 1 sugar in the tea, and little things, and it's often the little things that really make a big difference.
So we have a variety of activities here. We have regular once-a-month activities meetings to see what the residents want. So it's all resident-led.
I like quizzes and stuff like that. And I was playing cards yesterday, bingo. I invariably join in with what's going on, or endeavour to. People come in and dance and sing and do all that sort of thing. So they do try really hard here, yeah.
In fact, I've just been playing cards this morning, but I've not really been a card person, but I've had a rather nice morning playing cards. Don't do anything else, I don't think. I just talk. On the whole, I get on pretty well with everybody. They don't seem to mind my chatting.
I speak to the residents, and also on the Relish app we can see the kind of activities that they used to do before they came to Broadbridge Park. And from there we can tailor the activities around their interests.
One of the most popular activities that we run is our breakfast club with management. They love to grill the manager, Sam.
We provide activities especially for the dementia residents, with puzzles being larger. We do reminiscent boxes.
A popular one for our dementia residents is we do sensory foot spas and sensory hand massage. Also through the winter we do meditation for their health and well-being. It's fantastic.
Tai Chi is fantastic. It's held by a man who is just dealing with people who are really badly situated in that they can't move many muscles. He wants you to walk slowly, which I find quite difficult to do because I like speeding it up, but if he catches me then he'll say, slow down.
Another thing that we do here on arrival when we have new residents come in, we'll find out about their life histories. For example, Jean, our resident ambassador, she was a part of the church, she used to volunteer, she used to go around people's houses. So when she arrived here, we needed to give her a role to make her feel like she was at home.
They'd noticed that I'm a nosy northerner and I talk to everybody, which I can't help, it comes natural. I just do it. And they asked me to be an ambassador to represent the people that's in here, to make sure they're all right.
Those diagnoses of dementia only are on paper. We don't look at the residents as they do have dementia. We look at the residents as a person. We look at the well-being. We look how unique they are and what their needs are. I believe having an amazing team is a key to success. Every single person working in here are very passionate about what they're doing and looking after our residents.
We use person-centred software, so we're able to record everything for the residents in real time, and we're able to oversee that from a management point of view as well.
End of life. It's very important that we take the care of the resident as well as much the family and explaining everything to them, because some families they don't know how to deal with this. So, any questions that we can help make it easier for that family and also for that resident.
Supporting people with dementia can be very challenging. You have to put yourself in the position to care for your resident. You have to know them personally in that sense, and ensuring that they are cared for in the best way possible.
What I enjoy most about my nursing role is being able to assist them and being able to give them the quality of life that they actually deserve, and also hearing from the relatives or from the residents that you've made a difference, because we also have residents who need monitoring when it comes to their behavioral and emotional state in a daily basis, so we keep an eye on them.
Food choices and the adaptation of food for residents, especially residents living with dementia, are at the highest level of importance for myself and for the teams within the homes. Keeping dignity and respect is a thing we do every day, and treating every resident as an individual, whether that be through food choices, modified texture diets, and adapting the food to fit the resident's diet. Looking at the nutritional value of the diet. A lot of dementia residents do have dysphagia. Dysphagia is the swallowing difficulties and the fear of swallowing of foods. So for dysphagia, what we have to look at doing is modifying foods and drinks. If the resident is suffering loss of sight, we look at using different coloured crockery. We may have to look at using an adaptive plate.
All of the staff are so kind. Peter is safe. He'd rather be at home, I know, but he also accepts. That upsets me when he says, "When am I coming home?" And I just say, "Well, not yet. Next week, probably when the doctor says you can't come home." And he just shuts his eyes and dozes off, so much as to say, so be it.
When he was moved to the care home situation, he and I adjusted to it more than I thought he would, to be honest. But since he's been here, he looks better, he's obviously well looked after, he's safe. I leave here, sometimes I do get upset because he can be quite aggressive and agitated, but then who wouldn't be? Because in his head, he wants to say things and it's the frustrations. But I do go home knowing that he's being well looked after, and as I said, and he's safe. And safety is the fundamental thing, I think.